I know a couple of years ago I was pretty fucking pissed at the draft because I was not too happy about Trubisky being the fucking number one quarterback and all that bullshit. Because Trubisky sucks dick. Well, the main reason I was mad is because everyone was looking over Deshaun Watson like they were saying Kaiser should go higher. Some people, there's some, Pat Mahomes ended up going higher. You know, I'm not too mad about that, but I mean, at the end of the day, Deshaun Watson really did end up in a fucking perfect environment. Bill O'Brien, all right, Bill O'Brien is a really good coach. I don't think people really give him the credit that he deserves. Bill O'Brien is a really fucking good coach. The only problem is he's an offensive guy, and all these years they've had a defensive heavy team. But now they've still got all those guys. They've got J.J. Watt. Even though, people are saying he wasn't the same last year, he was the same. He wasn't finishing the sacks. You watch the highlights, he's there either getting double teamed, and if not, he's right on the quarterback, and Merciless is getting the sack or whatever. But they're getting him back, they're getting Merciless back, they're getting Deshaun back. They're getting so many guys back this year. And I think that, this is a Super Bowl caliber team for sure. Last year, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and it wasn't with Wentz they won it, but it was Wentz's second year, and this is Watson's second year. And, I just don't understand scouts, he doesn't have a great release, or his accuracy isn't perfect, but you slay Bama. You're not a fucking bum if you slay Bama. It's not like you beat the best fucking defense in college football. After the year before, you almost beat them. You still carved them up, but you just didn't beat them. And every big game you beat them, or in every big game you've been in, you fucking light it up. And, Deshaun Watson is the exact guy you want. Because he doesn't give a fuck if he just threw 5 interceptions. He's going to fucking sling that thing, and he's going to give your team the best chance to fucking win. Alex Smith all these years. What happens? The Chiefs go 11-5 or 12-4, or they win their division, and what happens? They fucking lose every year. Every year. Right? When you got a guy like Deshaun Watson, I don't know why I even brought up Alex Smith, but Deshaun Watson is the opposite of Alex Smith, really, where he does not give a fuck. He knows. He knows it might get picked, but it also might be a fucking 70-yard touchdown. And also, the Texans could have easily been 5-1 last year before he got hurt. I'm still fucking pissed about the Brandon Cooks touchdown. That was so dumb. That was the dumbest fucking defensive mistake I've ever seen. And then the Seahawks game, the same thing happened. You got Honey Badger back there now. Alright? No bullshit back there. Honey Badger's fucking looking over everything. None of that shit's gonna happen this year. Their schedule's gonna be heaty. You've got... Oh, man. You've got Deshaun, and you've got him throwing to probably the best receiver in the league. Him and Julio is 1 and 2 for me. DeAndre Hopkins, and then you've got the deep threat Will Fuller, and you've got pretty decent tight ends, and you've got J.J. Watt and Devion Clowney and Whitney Merciless all coming at you at the same time, and Honey Badger back there. Holy fuck. This is going to be a Super Bowl team. They could, this is the last point, and this is the biggest point, I think. What happens every year to the Patriots? They're losing at halftime. They're outplayed in the first half. Jacksonville did this. Even Tennessee did this. You know, the Steelers do this. The Falcons. Everybody does this where they're outplaying them, but then they stop doing what they're doing because it's New England and it's a different feel for some reason. It's not like, you know, like Jacksonville took a knee with like a minute and a half left in the second quarter last year. Like, what the fuck, man? Doug Marrone, get your shit together, bro. How is that supposed to give your quarterback any confidence? And you already know that the Texans are not doing that shit if they play New England. You know, Colin Cowherd had a really fucking good point on the Super Bowl last year. He said that Super Bowl was not won that game. That Super Bowl was won 2 weeks earlier in a small room at a meeting where Doug Peterson said, "We are not going to fucking go down like all these other teams. We are going to attack, and I don't give a fuck what the score is. We're going to keep attacking, and if it's fourth down, we're fucking going for it. And if it's, you know, 3rd and 17, we're fucking slinging that shit." And you already know Deshaun will be doing that. Deshaun, man. He's like, I honestly think he looks a lot like Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't even play like him. Well, kind of, but, you know, it's like Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson because, like, he's whipping the ball downfield and he's like Houdini back there, like avoiding everything and he can use his legs and man. And he's probably my favorite fucking player in the NFL. Ever since he came out, I fucking loved him. Loved him in college. Man, I'm so fucking excited for next year. And I think the Texans roll over that division. I don't give a fuck if Andrew Luck is back. I don't give a fuck about the best defense I've ever seen in Jacksonville. It's fucking Deshaun Watson, man. He's lighting that shit up.